What's up, kind people of YouTube? My name is Ahmed, and welcome back to yet another video. I know it's been a very long time since I put up a video, but then it's a Shah Rukh Khan film, and I had to make a review on it. And Jawan just happens to be one of the most entertaining films that I've seen this year, and I had to just make a review on it. Have you seen the film? If you haven't, I highly recommend you go watch this film because Jawan is almost everything that a film, well, at least a mass film should be like. It's magical, okay? And there are two reasons why it worked: Shah Rukh Khan and Vijay Sethupathi. That's it. You guys are still here, okay? So let's do this. First of all, Atlee does a lot of things right in the film. I will get into them right away, but there are a couple of things that I did not like about the film, which I will also mention in the review of the film. Mind you, this is a spoiler-free review of the film. I'm not going to spoil anything. At least I will try not to spoil anything from the film. If you've seen the film already, you'll understand what I'm talking about anyway. I personally think this is the best version of Shah Rukh Khan we've seen in a while, and I think he's enjoying playing action heroes. And I believe that he did mention in a couple of his interviews that he wanted to be an action hero from the get go. Not a big fan of romance himself, so I believe that finally we're getting to see what he loves doing, that is basically action. Without a doubt, his portrayal of both Vikram Rathod and Azad in the film are probably one of the best versions of Shah Rukh Khan we've seen. Part of it goes to Atlee for bringing out such a brilliant performance from him, and part of it goes for the execution of the characters from Shah Rukh Khan himself to create such wonderful characters to a point where I thought I was watching two different actors play two different characters instead of one actor playing two different characters. I guess this is how Anushka felt in Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi. Now that I've made that joke, let's move on. Yeah. What makes this so interesting is with the ease that he was able to switch between both the characters that are on screen, and it just shows how good of an actor that he is, his acting prowess to say the least. Okay, so it's a typical Bollywood masala flick, and if you go there expecting a Oscar winning film, you probably will not get that. But despite that, you will get some very good performances, Shah Rukh Khan being one of them. And the second closest thing that I've seen to somebody balancing Shah Rukh Khan's chemistry, Shah Rukh Khan's charisma on screen has to be Vijay Sethupathi. His character and how he portrays the villain throughout the film is just superb. I mean, this is the closest I think I've gotten scared of a villain, to a point where it wasn't whether the hero Shah Rukh Khan's character will win the fight against Vijay Sethupathi. It wasn't a question of when Shah Rukh Khan will win the fight against Vijay Sethupathi. It was more of a question of if he will win the fight against him. And that portrayal of the character, of course, the story is written in that way, but at the same time, I think the performance of Vijay Sethupathi for that villain, for that character makes so much sense. And there are moments where I was genuinely scared, and I think if I had to compare this performance, I think the closest that I've seen somebody do a villain like that was Amrish Puri. And every time I remember watching Amrish Puri on the screen, and I would get scared of the villains that he was playing. Same thing with Vijay Sethupathi, where I was scared of the character that he was playing, and I was like, will our hero win? And that convincing portrayal made the film so much better. I also want to talk about Nayanthara in the film and how her character did stand out, especially the fight sequences that she was part of. Hands down, probably the closest thing I've seen to a very good choreographed fight sequence since John Wick. A very good job, but I do wish her character got a little more time on screen, a little more character development, a lot more influence on the film. But I do understand why her character was so subdued. It wasn't her story. Essentially, it was a Shah Rukh Khan versus Vijay Sethupathi story, and that is what the film is. I understand why Nayanthara's character was rather subdued in the film, although I do wish we get a little more backstory, a different arc for the character that she played. I also feel that she was kind of subdued because of, well, Deepika Padukone's presence, and Deepika Padukone in the film just kind of stole the show, and that kind of affected Nayantara's character as well. I'm not comparing the both of them are really wonderful actors. I'm not taking away anything from either one of them, but it just happens that Deepika Padukone's screen presence was superior to Nayantara, especially in this film. So that was one thing that I wanted to point out. The thing is, I felt the story of the film was above average. It wasn't the best story out there. At the end of it, you are dealing with a lot of social issues that Atlee does with most of his films. But the issue was, I would rather have had maybe a couple of issues that were, instead of having maybe three or four issues that were dealt with throughout the film, have like probably two issues and do it. That would have been a much better approach to the film. But the fact that they were able to execute the story that they had in mind with such ease and such perfection obviously made the film so much better to watch, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Do I recommend you watching the film? Yes, I'm probably gonna go watch it again. Definitely going to go watch it again. Are you interested in watching the film with me again in theaters? If you are, please leave a comment down below and we shall go watch the film. Peace, and that's been my time, and see you in the next one really soon.